some men, just a few, have been to the moon and they've landed there. They were all Americans, and they went in a rocket like this one here. This is a model of it. And the rocket they went in was very big. Look down here. Now we've put a model of a man there. And look how small he looks besides the rocket. So you can see how huge that rocket really is. Now the men who travel through space have a special name. Do you know what they're called? Yes, astronauts. They're called astronauts. Now when this rocket goes to the moon, it carries 3 astronauts. And they sit up here at the top, right up there. Just in there. You see, the whole of the rocket doesn't go to the moon. Just this little bit at the top here, from there where the men are, down to about where my thumb is, between my finger and my thumb. So, if only that tiny part goes to the moon, what happens to the rest? Well, let's have a look at something else for a moment. Now, if I throw this ball up into the air, it comes down again, doesn't it? And it comes down because it's pulled by something we call gravity. Now, gravity is very strong. It pulls everything down to the earth. Now, to overcome this gravity, the rocket has to have very powerful engines to lift it up. And to drive those engines, it needs lots and lots of rocket fuel. Now, there's rocket fuel in here, and up here, and up here. Well, let's see what happens on a journey to the moon. Now, I'll take this rocket off first. That's a safety rocket. It takes the crew to safety if anything goes wrong when they're getting ready for liftoff. Now, here we go. Liftoff. And away we go. Now, there's a terrific force here. Those engines are really working hard to lift this giant rocket up. And the fuel is being burned up at a terrific rate. And soon, all the fuel in this section will have gone. So, that section goes. And it burns away. So we're left with this now. The same thing happens. The fuel's burned up at a terrific rate and the rocket's getting faster and faster. And soon, this stage is finished with as well. Away that goes. Now, what are we left with? Well, we've still got the crew up there at the top, and there's still quite a lot of rocket below them, isn't there? But this part doesn't land on the moon, does it? Let's find the part that does. Now, I'll just take this off for a moment, put it down, and here we are. And there it is, in there. That's the part that lands on the moon. So that means this part has gone by now too. So what are we left with? Well, we're left with this part that lands on the moon and this part with the crew in. Now they join up and 2 of the crew crawl from this one here into this one here. And then they go down and land on the moon. And this one circles the moon waiting for them to come back.